Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you this epic recipe for this vegan shepherd's pie that I made. Now, I've made a vegan shepherd's pie already on this channel, so if you'd like to see that recipe, go ahead and click the link that will be in the corner, but I did that using lentils, so I wanted to do something a little different, and today we're going to be making it using mushrooms. If you're ready to see how I made this, then keep on watching. So we're going to start out by boiling our potatoes. I already went ahead and peeled 3 potatoes and chopped them into smaller cubes, and I'm just placing them into a pot of cold water, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt to it for some flavor and to speed up the boiling process. Go ahead and cover that and let that cook. And in the meantime, we're going to get the rest of our veggies chopped and ready to go into our skillet. I'm only using 2 carrots in this recipe because I knew that I was probably going to be the only one in my house eating this, so I didn't want to go too crazy, but you can use about 2 to 3 carrots. Go ahead and peel them, and then we're going to chop them into smaller pieces. After you have the carrots ready, go ahead and chop up some celery. I used 2 celery stalks. Once the celery is chopped, go ahead and cut up a white onion into small bite-sized pieces, as small or as big as you like them, totally up to you. Once we've got those chopped up, we're going to go ahead and add some olive oil to a cast iron skillet, and we're going to get that heated. I'm keeping the heat on a medium heat just because I don't want everything to burn or cook too fast. Once the oil is heated, I'm going to go ahead and add the onions in and let them cook for about 1 minute. Once the onions become fragrant, I'm just adding in the carrots, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in the celery and stir all of that together. I'm also going to add in a tablespoon of minced garlic. You can use fresh garlic if you like. I didn't have any on hand, so I'm just using what I had in the fridge. You're going to go ahead and let that cook for about 2 minutes, and then go ahead and add some portobello mushrooms in. I already had pre-chopped up ones. If yours are not chopped up, go ahead and chop that up while you're cutting the rest of the veggies that you're preparing at the beginning of this recipe. Letting everything saute together for about 1 to 2 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add in some frozen peas and some frozen corn. All the measurements and everything will be in the description box below, so if you need the full recipe, go ahead and check down there. That's generally where I hide all the good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and give everything a good stir once again and let it cook for about 1 minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in my spices. I'm using a mix of dry and fresh spices like thyme, parsley, oregano, a blend of Italian seasonings, and of course some salt and some pepper. I'm also adding in 2 bay leaves. Give that a good stir, and then I'm pushing everything to the side because I felt like I was going to run out of space in my little cast iron pan. And I'm adding in some tomato paste and flour, and we're just going to mix in the tomato paste and flour with the veggies until everything is well combined. Once everything is nice and combined, I'm going to go ahead and add in some red wine. If you don't drink wine, although you're not going to get drunk off of this recipe because we're cooking out the alcohol, but if you don't, you can definitely omit this ingredient. But I will tell you, having it in the recipe makes a huge difference, and it adds so much flavor. It tastes amazing, and I definitely think that you should try it this way. Don't knock it till you try it. So we're going to let that mixture cook down for about 2 to 5 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and add in some veggie stock. We're going to let everything cook together, and in the meantime, let's make our mashed potatoes. By now the potatoes should be cooked, so go ahead and take them off of the stove and drain out the water, and then we're going to add them back into the pot, and we are just going to mash them. If you have a potato masher, go ahead and use that. I don't. If you've been watching my channel for some time, you know I love to use my pastry cutter for everything except for baking, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my pastry cutter to mash up the potatoes, and then I'm adding in some vegan butter, some oat milk, salt, and some pepper, and I'm going to give that a good stir. Once we have that nice and combined and you have the consistency of mashed potatoes that you're looking for, we're going to go ahead and spread the mashed potatoes on top of the shepherd's pie mixture that we have in our skillet. And then I got fancy, but somehow I lost a clip of me doing this. So basically what I did was I just spread a nice layer of the mashed potatoes on top of the shepherd's pie mixture, and then I took a fork and made a little fancy design on top just to make it, a little more aesthetically appealing. After we get that ready, we're going to go ahead and drizzle some olive oil on top just so it bakes nice and golden brown. And then I'm just sprinkling some parsley because I love parsley. I'm sprinkling some parsley on top, and we're going to go ahead and stick that into the oven to bake for about 35 minutes. Once it's done baking, take it out and let it cool. And you guys, when I tell you that this was so epic and delicious, and it literally just made all of my shepherd's pie dreams come true. Like, this is a recipe. If you try any recipes from me, please try this one. This is so good. Everybody will love it. Nobody will realize that meat's not even in it because it's just so hearty and so filled with vegetables, and it's amazing. So hopefully you give it a try. And with that said, I hope you guys have a happy holidays, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.